Well, good morning, everybody. Mac Kerfman here with Max Java Coffee Roasters. Hope you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a great holiday weekend. Memorial Day weekend. It is a Memorial Day in the United States, of course, is the time to reflect upon and memorialize and to mourn even the men and women who have purchased our freedoms. You know, freedom is a valuable commodity. It is important for us to remember and to memorialize the men and women who bought our freedoms. So hope you had a chance to do that this weekend. I also had a chance to conduct our first, and it won't be our last, but our first virtual coffee tasting. It was a blast, and later on I'll introduce you to maybe some of the comments that were made as a result of the coffee tasting. It was a lot of fun. It's fun as a group activity, but it was also fun as a virtual event as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But this week, I want to concentrate on roasting. Now, over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the taste of coffee, and it's the taste again of the coffee that's really brought me to coffee roasting specifically. You know, I've enjoyed the taste of the specific coffees, and we talked the first the first week or so, about the coffee regions, the coffee growing regions around the world, and about the tastes that those regions impart to the coffee beans. And again, those tastes are imparted because there's a different climate in each one of those places. There's different soils. They're grown in different elevations. So it's just like a grape that's grown in California tastes different than a grape grown in France or Italy, for example, right? The beans taste differently, whether it's in Ethiopia or Colombia, South America. So it's the taste, again, the regions really impart a great deal of the taste to the beans. But that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing that happens to a coffee bean where it gets its taste. So it gets its taste where it's grown. It also gets its taste in the roasting process. Well, so in this next week, we're going to talk specifically about coffee roasting and what that does to that little green coffee bean. And tomorrow, I'll show you a little green coffee bean, the raw coffee bean. We'll talk a little bit about it. But again, it's the taste that draws me to the coffee. And so the roasting process is another piece of the taste. My wife got me my first coffee roaster 20 plus years ago now, a little home roaster, roasted 3 ounces of coffee at a time. And I'm the first time I can remember exactly the first time I took that coffee out of that it was a little glass container where the coffee was roasted in. I can still remember how it smelled, and I can really remember how it tasted, because it was so different from any other coffee bean I'd ever tasted. Fresh right out of the roasting chamber. When you taste something like that, you're never going back to Folgers or Maxwell House or Starbucks or anything else, because freshness really counts, and how the beans are roasted really counts. So this week, we're going to be exploring the roasting process. So I hope you tune in to me tomorrow morning. We'll talk specifically about that green coffee bean and what the roasting process does to that little bean. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.